Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, My Crypto Teacher. My name is Ida and I am your crypto teacher. Today I'm going to review the 13 key points from the proposed regulation from Senators Gillibrand and Lummis. They're a Republican and a Democrat, and they proposed some crypto regulation. It's just a start. I'm going to highlight the key points from this particular bill. It's hundreds of pages long, but I'm going to get through the most important pieces for 10 minutes. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and click on like, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. All right, so okay guys, you all know I bring you videos a few times a week. I'm going to go over the most important pieces of this proposed legislation. If you know anything about politics and the government and laws, this is just the first round, the first draft. This particular bill is going to be taken apart, put back together, taken apart. The different legislators are going to add on perks. They're going to add on all kinds of different things to this bill. So do know this for starters. By no means is this the final draft. In no means is crypto going to change drastically in the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. It's not. This is just a beautiful start. But what this does tell you, and I hope that you are investing in great crypto projects, what this does tell you is, number one, regulation is on the way. And when regulation does set in, it is going to pave the way for very large investors to come into this space, which means people who invest early in good projects are going to benefit exponentially with their investments. That's what it means. I know the market is down, it sucks, but there's so many different things that have an impact on the market. We still have the war in Ukraine. We've got this look at oil. Gas is crazy. Inflation is up, and the inflation number came out. Inflation is 8.6%, but it's bigger than that. Gas is way up. Gas impacts the prices of everything. Gas is going to have an impact on the price of food, services, and everything else. All right. So anyway, I'm just hanging in and accumulating. That's what I'm doing. And our financial system is in a mess. It is in a mess. Our government, as far as well as other governments around the world, they owe way much more money than they bring in. They have people are not working traditional jobs, so the government isn't able to siphon off and steal your money via taxes, right? They just tax the middle class. So things have changed, and so that's where Bitcoin is going to set in. I've really began to accumulate more Bitcoin, and I think that Bitcoin will eventually be the new store of value, because something drastically has to change with our financial system. Now, this will be a good segue into, let me go ahead and start. The name of this bill is called the Responsible Financial Innovation Act. I like it because two things I like that are in here. Financial. This is going to innovate, and I like innovation. This new legislation will innovate our current financial system, and it will. So let's go ahead and get started. So the bipartisan Responsible Financial Innovation Act addresses CFTC and SEC jurisdiction. That's important because we need to know if our crypto, if it's going to be classified as securities, because if they are, they're going to have certain regulations and processes that surround them, or if they're going to be classified as commodities, which means something different. Okay, stable coin regulation, that's important. Banking tax treatment of digital assets, and interagency coordination, including an advisory committee. All of those things are good. I know that some people do not like regulation, but guys, think about it. A lot of times people don't like doctors until they're sick or in pain and you need the doctor. You don't like the police unless someone is harming you or if you need protection. So regulation is a necessary evil. That's just what it is. I'm looking forward to it because it provides us with a framework and a clear-cut understanding in terms of what we're up against when it comes to the government. So let's go ahead and hit these 13 points. First, the Responsible Financial Innovation Act is also known as the Lummis Gillibrand crypto regulation. Number one, it creates a clear standard for determining which assets and which digital assets are commodities and what types are securities, providing clarity for structure for businesses and regulators. That's very important for big businesses to come into this space, for the hedge funds, for the 401k investors, for the pension funds. All of them need clarity in crypto. The bill makes a clear distinction between digital assets that are securities and commodities by looking at the purpose of the asset. Remember, over 15,000 assets, they all serve a different purpose. And it's important to know what their purpose is, and that's what's going to determine their classification. All right? Number two, it creates clear definitions. Right now, there are no common set of definitions for digital assets today. So our Congress and our government, they've got to learn about crypto to understand there are a lot of different qualifying criteria in all of these different assets, and they're going to have to set forth definitions. Number three, it defines and creates requirements for stable coins that will protect. That's the key word, guys. This is to protect consumers and markets and promote faster payments. We can see that they know that they can do faster payments, but there needs to be a system that creates protections for consumers. There's been a lot of people that have been ripped off of crypto and traditional finances as well, but we need some more protection built into this particular asset class. This guarantees that a payment stablecoin holder can always redeem the stablecoin in exchange for the equivalent dollar value, which is good. The bill also sets forth a detailed optional framework for all banks. You know how with the FDIC, they protect a certain amount of your money that you deposit into your bank. They're going to do the same thing for crypto. Your money, your investments have to be protected. I like that. It creates an advisory committee to develop guiding principles, empower regulatory agencies, and advise lawmakers on fast developing technology. So the advisory committee will be composed of a diverse set of stakeholders, including industry advocacy groups, federal and state regulators, and basically everybody. So they're going to create a team of people and let a lot of people have a voice, and hopefully it'll be a diversified group of people, and they will come to the table and they will help the government understand the ins and out of cryptocurrency. We need a group of people. That's a good thing. It's another good thing. Also, next key point, it imposes disclosure requirements on digital asset providers to ensure that consumers understand the product and can make informed decisions when engaging with digital assets. So this will ensure that consumers understand the products they're purchasing, their rights. You need to know your rights. You need to understand what you're investing in, and you need to understand the associated risk with your investments. Nothing wrong with that, okay? That's a good thing. Again, people who don't want regulation, these are all good things. Next key point, it requires a study on digital asset energy consumption. I don't know about this one. I just think that this is just a way to get money. You know, they say that digital assets require a lot of energy consumption, but with staking, many of these digital assets use staking. They require very, 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 very little energy. So this just shows you how little they understand about digital assets and crypto. But okay, it could be beneficial, right? Next key point, it directs the CFTC and the SEC to study and report on the development of a self-regulatory organization and develop a proposal for its creation. So what this tells you guys is anytime they need to do a study, you know it's going to take time. So you're early. That's why you should not be FOMOing in. We've got time. Right now, I am accumulating, but I'm not going all in. I'm just accumulating small bits and pieces because this regulation is going to take time. And I think the market will continue to decline. It's going to continue to decline. They're going to do a study, and that's going to take them time. You know, the government is slower than turtles. They really are. Also, They direct the CFTC and the SEC to consult with the Treasury and the National Institute of Standards Technology to develop comprehensive principle-based guidance relating to cybersecurity for digital asset intermediaries. So here's the thing that I like about this. So there's a lot of scams, and there can be a risk connect to national security. So they've got to understand how cryptocurrency and digital assets, how this plays a part, what the impact would be with cybersecurity. They need to understand that. If they're working and consulting with the Treasury, it tells you that they're looking at some financial innovation. Financial innovation is going to come. I have no doubt about it. We will continue to move forward and push forward with this technology. So that's a good thing. Next point. It provides a regulatory sandbox for state and federal regulators to collaborate on innovative financial technologies. Again, you hear innovation, innovation, innovation. Think about what you're invested in. Innovation is going to be the key. All right, so there it is. It creates a workable structure for the taxation of digital assets. That's good. Please quit stealing our money. All right, there we go. We want to understand about how this is going to impact us in terms of our taxes. So the bill creates a de minimis exemption so that people can make purchases with virtual currency without having to account for all the expenses that they use digital assets for, okay? And it clarifies the tax treatments of different actors and actions in the digital asset industry. And the last two, basically, they are directing the Government Accountability Office, the GAO, to conduct an analysis of the potential opportunities and risk. I like that. They need to understand both the opportunities and the risks. And because here's the deal. The Lummis Gillibrand aims to avoid limiting consumer opportunities to benefit from this growing sector. This is important. What they're basically saying is here, they're saying that 401k plans and pension plans should be able to benefit from the exponential growth of digital assets. This is big, and that's basically what that means. They want 401ks, they want big investment firms to be able to invest in this industry. That's a big deal. And finally, again, they talk about cybersecurity, which has to be explored. And basically, that's what this regulation is doing. So this is just a start. I'm going to link this particular article in the description. You can look at it more in depth if you want, but there we go. Crypto regulation is on its way. That's a good thing. Even though the market is going down, I know people are feeling angst in some kind of way, and I'm not. I'm just accumulating the projects that I like. You know, just do your own research, but don't miss out on this opportunity of a lifetime. Do not miss out. The regulation is coming, which is a good thing. It is a very good thing. And if you invest in good projects, you're going to win. You're going to make a ton of money. Now, remember, my name is Ida. I am not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research, and I just bring you information to help you understand what's going on in this space, because I hope that everyone is investing in this particular ecosystem, because it's going to grow and it's going to pay off. All right, so remember, I bring you videos a few times a week. If you haven't already, click on like, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. Don't get all worked up. Do your own research, accumulate, 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 accumulate. All right, so until next time, take care.